gone in the house?
Girl.
You been in the house?
Yeah.
How'd it go? Okay, stop right here. You can go ahead and face down that way, make ready. Okay, going down this wash, this is going to be like a long hallway, and you're going to have intersecting hallways coming from the right and left.
Okay.
This piece we're in right now makes a U-turn right there. The U-turn is out of place, so you need to worry about starting right here and starting straight across over there.
Okay.
Okay? Same things we talked about yesterday. Distance is your friend. Work the angles. Always work the closest potential threat to you. Make sure you clear the entire side, all right? Just because you hit one target, always think there's got to be two, there's going to be three. Hit the hard quarters before you move on.
Okay.
All right. If you have to cross the wash, we don't want you staying out there in the fatal funnel, so you'll be moving back and forth. If you have to cross it quickly, all right? Side step, don't cross your feet. Side step or walk.
Okay.
Forwards or backwards, don't cross your feet. All right, go ahead and low ready, fingers straight, and let's search. Good. Okay, we clear. Okay, look at your shooting stance up on that toe. Yeah, square up to the target when you're going to shoot him. Hit him again. Hit him again. Okay, he's down. All right, now, we want to try to stay out of the middle. So this is your space here. This will give you a little bit of concealment. Let's move this way. Think about where your next threat area might be.
I already got one.
Okay, square up to him. Good. Now, you know where you shot that first target over here?
Yes.
Okay, we got to make sure there's not a second target in there. So as we move forward, we're going to be looking back there, and we'll also be looking here to make sure there's not more targets back there.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Now, if I'm pieing that area, I'm going to keep my hips squared to it. Now, sidestep. There you go. Okay, look pretty good that way. Now, where's your next closest danger area?
Here, actually, this is a little bit closer.
Yeah. So let's move across. Let's move across. Get our distance. Keep squared up to where your threat is. So the muzzle. Yeah, there you go. Now let's start working around to the left on him. Okay. Now work this way, get as much of that corner as you can get. Okay, now we're about one step short, but take a quick scan. Where's our next closest danger area now? Yeah, so we're gonna have to move back across. Now orient your muzzle this way and back up. You can feel with your feet before you step. Feel back with your feet. Come on back.
I see a head.
Okay, keep coming. Keep coming back, get some distance. You don't know if there's 3 or 4 guys gonna come running out of there. So we wanna get our distance, and then once you get back across the wash, start pieing to the right. Okay, now let's start working right. Square up in case he's a shoot target. Okay, now let's keep working around. Make sure there's not a second target in there with him.
Looks clear.
Okay, now, all right, stop right here, take a quick scan. Where's our next danger area? Okay, let's move back across, get the angle on him. Okay, coming downhill, kind of watch your step coming back. There you go.
All right, got 2 heads.
Good. Now we'll start moving left. Good.
No shoot.
Okay, good. Now make sure there's not a 3rd guy in there, so we still need to keep pieing that way. Come on, keep coming.
Clear.
Okay. Now, where's our next threat? Okay, so let's get out of the open area here. That's your territory. You shot him down, so we can use this for get distance and angle.
Got 1 head.
You're up on that toe again. Remember, square up to those targets. Get the best base you can when you decide you're going to shoot them.
Right.
Okay? Let's make sure there's not another one in there with him.
Clear.
Okay, now, before you move, good scan. All right, where's our closest danger area to you right now? Okay, so let's get some distance. Work the angle on. Keep coming back.
Good.
Okay, keep coming back. Good. Could you tell he was a shoot?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're tall enough, you can probably see it. Most people can't, okay? No more targets off to this way. You don't have to worry about that area over there.
Okay.
So let's get out of the middle. Let's at least hug the side as best we can, and let's move down the wash. Are we good here to the left? If we are, go ahead and holster.
Yeah, looks good.
All right, we're done with the problem. All right, you got the movements now? We're basically working the closest danger area. We're gonna make sure it's clear, and then we find the next one. It's like eating an elephant, one bite at a time.
Right.
All right, marksmanship pretty good. What did I write down? Distance, a couple times, and I know you, because of your height, you can pick up things earlier than most people.
Yeah.
But try to stay out of the middle, try to work the sides, get his max distance. And remember, if you shoot these guys down in an area like that,
Yeah.
that's your distance to go back, and you can go up there and tack load, go up there and scan before you move.
Right.
You know, it gives you a little protection, a little concealment. And that was good on there. Like I say, most students can't see, so they have to move closer in order to, or pie around here to make sure that that's.
Well, that and what was funny was the last 2, I caught that one first, and just one little branch is what obscured it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just one little branch, and I was like, oh, hang on. But I was able to tell that it was a no shoot, and then I had to remind myself to check everything else, and looked in between the bushes and saw the other one.
Good. Well, you know, like I talked about, you know, this being your game space. you could probably, can you see that guy?
Actually, yeah, I can see him here.
So even if you use this game space, and usually even though it's maybe a foot and a half or so taller, if you use this to tack load and to give a good scan, you may have picked him up from here.
Right.
That's a tough one though. I've yet to have anybody do that in this class. But tomorrow we'll do another wash. It'll be a different wash, set up differently, more targets, a little bit more complicated, but it's the same principle. You do the same thing. You attack it the same way. Stay out of the middle, work the sides, work the close danger areas. The other thing, you know, I remind you a couple times, when I'm pieing, I'm in good shooting stance, good shooting stance, good shooting stance.
Right.
Faced at him. So if I do have to shoot, I don't have to worry about changing my feet or do anything like that.
See, I think that my problem with that comes from my my martial arts background, because I did kung fu, and so it's while you don't want to step across your feet, there are some times in which it's good to get an angle, but then again, that's a hand-to-hand.
Well, I'm not saying you can't hit them always, but if you're going to take that shot, we're looking for a first round hit.
Right.
So give yourself every benefit that you can, because I see a lot of guys that want to shoot on their toe, or they might be halfway up a hill like this. Just take your time, get down, hit them.
But and until you said something about the toe, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Well, that's why usually when people do that, I stick my foot under it so they realize. I know it's tough to realize because you're focused on front sight and trigger press.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much a common theme across the team.